GM group chat. Today the OSU space is super dry today, so I just found a bunch of stuff on Reddit and I'm just gonna talk about it really quick. But the first thing I want to talk about is YouTuber Jobst, known for sharing cheating scandals, is interested in making a video on the Cloutful situation. And he says in the Twitter, any top OSU players willing to chat? And if you guys do not know what the freak the Cloutful situation was, it was basically this number 3 OSU player. He was caught cheating for having this 63 unstable rate on these crazy whole time circle distributions with Chud tapping using DKS, which is dynamic keystroke, and it's essentially macroing, where if you're going to tap, then it essentially macros like another tap. Like, I don't really understand it that well, but that's like the basic understanding I have of it. But that's basically what happened with Cloutful here, and he got banned for it because he was number 3 and he was just absolutely goated like that. But he got banned, and that kind of sucked. And it definitely rose a bunch of controversy in the OSU space, where a lot of people are like, okay, what the fuck, how are we going to let people that are number 3 in the game, this guy's really one of the best players in the world, he just got absolutely goated on by the cheating scandal here. Perhaps that gave some interest to this Jobst guy here to cover the Cloutful situation. And if Jobst here actually makes a video about the Cloutful situation and talks about it, he is a very big YouTuber with 1 million subs and makes videos that are very high quality about cheating scandals, then this would raise a lot of attention onto the OSU game itself, and that'll be pretty good for me personally and a lot of other content creators, and just for the OSU game space overall. So that'll be pretty cool, and that's pretty bullish news for OSU game, so we like to hear that news. And then the second thing I want to talk about is this one post that I saw about this guy asking this really weird question, where he's like saying, any suggestions on how to play OSU without table, 1 pillow, and basically no walls? And I was like, what? So he said, what the? Yep, that's how it is. I currently live in an asylum seeker camp in Germany, which has plastic panels instead of walls, and while trying to figure out how to play, I already broke one. Luckily fixed myself, and don't tell anyone about this. So after a week-long break, and knowing that I will not move from here soon, it is time to try setting it up one more time. All I have are two floor beds, 1 pillow, 2 chairs, and some small space between the 2 beds. My budget is 0, and my PC setup is a mouse, monitor, and keyboard. FG Sky looks so freaking comfy for setup, but I have no clue how to make something like that, and impossible if given obstacles. Ask for more details on what I have and could do. So FG Sky, if you guys are not familiar with this player, is essentially this guy with the most boat gang setup in the world. Like, he has like a Dollar Tree mouse and a laptop that he found in the garbage can behind the McDonald's. Like, he has the weirdest setup ever, and he's basically aiming with his mouse on a freaking pillow. It's such a weird, goofy setup, but he set one case of the setup, right? So all the people are saying, oh, I'm bad at the game because I don't have a tablet. No, it's you are the problem, not the gear. So FG Sky here, that's the situation with him. And this guy's basically saying, guys, how do I play OSU without an actual table and a pillow and no walls? Which is kind of a weird situation here. He doesn't even have a table to set his laptop on or anything. So like, how do you even play with this? And what's weird is that he's in an asylum seeker camp in Germany. I don't really know what that is, but I'm assuming he's in there for a mental health problem or something. And first of all, I don't know why the thought of playing OSU when you're in this situation is the first thing that comes to your mind. I think the thing you should try to figure out is, okay, how the hell do I get out of here? Or why am I even here? Like, I don't know this guy's situation personally, but if you're in an asylum seeker camp in Germany in the middle of freaking nowhere, and your first thought is, guys, how do I play with my Dollar Tree setup? I don't really know. But personally, if I were to be in this situation here, and I have two floor beds, which are essentially bunk beds, 1 pillow, 2 chairs, and some small space between the 2 beds, I think that what I would try to do is perhaps you can combine the chairs together, make a table with it, and you can have your monitor and your mouse and your keyboard just hoist it up onto the chairs right there, or perhaps you can use a pillow to rest the monitor on it. I don't really know. This is actually a pretty hard situation. Or you can just sit on the freaking floor and lie down and play like that. I don't really know, but that's kind of a weird situation here, and that's what my advice would be to this guy. Here's this third thing that I want to talk about here is this guy asks a question: do you consider OSU productive? And he says, as the title state, do you consider OSU productive? A little about myself: I got out the military and getting back into college this far, and so far I've uninstalled every game: Val, League, CS, Dota, W. But OSU, would you equate OSU to like an instrument? I haven't played in a while, but I just had a small reason that I may be considered productive. From someone that can't play a single instrument and have horrible sense of rhythm, thoughts and opinions appreciated. So I'm assuming he's asking this question if it's productive because he has this horrible rhythm sense and he has a goal of trying to make it better by playing Osu. I mean, I guess you can do that. It depends on what your goals are here, for what reason you're playing Osu for. Most people are playing Osu because it's fun and they're just trying to waste time on some video games. Most people just do that, right? And me personally, my reason to play Osu, it was because one, I was addicted by it, but then I realized, okay, this is kind of a waste of time for me to be addicted to a video game. Let me try to make something out of it and make YouTube and content out of it. So for me, I would say it's productive. But for this guy here, is Osu productive for him? I don't know. It depends on his goals, right? If he's trying to play it to get a better rhythm sense for some reason, maybe he's out here trying to become the #1 rhythm person in his whole state or something. I don't really know. But personally, I feel like for the general population, Osu is not a productive thing because it is just a video game like anything else. You're just going to be playing it just for fun. I mean, if you want to play it like a hobby, like just a chillax mode, then I guess that's fine. But I feel like for most people, it's not really productive. You know what productive really is? Productive is doing things that are going to make your life better. Osu is not something that's going to make your life better. I mean, perhaps in the short term where you're going to have fun, listen to the music, click into circles. But on the long term, it's not really going to make your life better. What's really going to make your life better is if you hit the gym and eat clean and work on your career and study and all of those crazy things to make your life better. That's what I would consider as productive, but that's just my opinion on this take. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the Osu 420 situation. So Osu 420 here, he's essentially this mysterious Osu player that plays with the weirdest mod combinations, and he also goes on these long gooning sessions on Osu game and plays for like 72 hours a day. And recently he hit like a 72-hour stream or 60-hour, and then he just out of nowhere just AFK'd. He still had the stream on, but he AFK'd for like a couple hours, and people were wondering, okay, what the heck, did Osu 420 die? Like, people are saying in the chat, oh my god, is he dead? Like, you can only type emotes for like, is he dead? And people were posting on Reddit posts like, guys, Osu 420 has been AFK for like a couple hours now, what's going on, guys? And people are doom posting in the comments like, oh my god, is this like Too Mad where he OD'd on cocaine and died? Because the theory here is that Osu 420, how he's able to play Osu joking sessions for 80 hours a day is that he's snorting coke up his butthole the whole time. So maybe he OD'd on cocaine like Too Mad while playing Overwatch and died on his computer chair. But luckily he did come back like 10 hours later and started playing Osu again. So I guess he just went to sleep. So I don't know. I feel like one day Osu 420 is actually going to die here, because if you're playing Osu just 100 hours a day like this and you don't even take any breaks. I mean, I guess he's taking breaks to do a smoke break for like his 420 and his Osu, but if you're just doing this long term, it's really bad for your health. And as I said in the last video, the craziest Osu streamer ever, do not be like this guy. Do not be like Osu 420 playing Osu like 120 hours a day. It's a bad thing to do. It's a waste of time for your lifespan. But unless he's out here trying to do a 100% completionist, trying to FC every map in the world or pass every map in the world, then I don't know, all things for him. But we don't really know what his goal is here. Maybe he's just playing it because he likes playing Osu and likes doing drugs, and that's his whole life, which is kind of sad. But I don't know. That's pretty much my take on that situation. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say in this video. This is kind of a weird random video where I'm just talking about shit, and I don't really know, man. I feel like Osu content is just so dry. I'm just going on Reddit and then I'm scalping for these little bits of trash that I find on the floor, and I'm just like, oh yeah, let's just combine these all together and make this scrap metal piece that I could perhaps bring on to you guys, because it seems like some guys like watching these yapping videos where I just talk about Osu shit. So yeah, I will deliver on your guys' desires. And for the people still watching this at the end of the video, this is just a bonus yap for the people who be sticking through. But I just want to say that I was eating Chipotle one day and I went to the gym, just walking there like 2 miles, and halfway through I felt a sharp pain in my bunghole, and I was like, holy shit, I gotta go, because I was like a mile away from any toilet. Like, I could probably solicit a random house and be like, yo, let me in, I gotta take a shit. But I don't really know, man. So I was just walking through the freaking grass fields trying to hold it in my pants. Like, it was trying to pummel itself outwards, bro. I felt like I was having a baby. But I was basically trying to walk to the toilet at the gym, which is a mile away, and like there's all the cars driving by, and a lot of the times I'm like trying to balance me trying to hold in my shit and and me trying to go as fast as possible. Like if I sprinted my ass over, I can't hold that shit anymore, bro. I'm gonna be spewing out like a fire extinguisher that just got hit by a truck, and I'm just going to be going over there, trying to walk over there very slowly, trying to balance it. And like many times it crossed my mind, dude, I think I'm just gonna go to a bush and blow. But I was like, okay, no, I'm the G. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna hold this shit in, and it was super fucking painful, bro. I was walking, and I went to the Planet Fitness finally, man. Like I was like finally there. I was like 100 feet away, and I started sprinting, bro. I felt like I was on cocaine, crack, amphetamines. I felt like I was 100 hours of cocaine up my butthole, like OSU 420. And I went over to Planet Fitness, and there was like a guy that held the door. He was like, "Hey, you good?" And I was like, yeah. And I just bolted my ass through the automatic door, and there was like this person that was like trying to walk in front of me doing a reception. I was like, bitch, get out of the fucking way. And I checked it with my QR code. I was like, dude, I gotta go. And I busted my ass to the bathroom, and I sat my ass down on the toilet, and I blew that shit up, bro. Oh my god. I think I spawned Skippity toilet, like how bad that shit was, bro. Oh my god. But yeah, I ain't never eating Chipotle again. That shit fucked me up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.